it was a massive transformation. I mean, the transformation from before and after, it was life changing. When I say life changing, because I knew my body, I knew my muscles, I knew when I'm going to the ground. Very quickly, I used to get tired, and always looking for the water. Always have my bottle, big bottle of water with me, because I knew after 10 minutes I'm going to be dehydrated. But always kept pushing to the point that never showing the opposition or the other player that I'm tired, right? Because it's a mental game. You don't want to show your weakness. And so, you know, I got by every time, you know, but got by very cleverly. That every time I got a chance to sit down and lie down, even on the ground, I would do that. So the purpose of playing was, to try to stay fit, try to do some exercise, because I thought, playing for a club or playing the matches, it brings a different energy that you don't have to go to the gym and just looking at nothing and keep running. That wasn't my idea of the exercise. So my idea of the exercise, I would prefer better if I'm on the ground. Then you have to push yourself, and it's the competition as well that just inspires me to push. But but I was short of the energy massively for a long, long time. And that's when I discovered through a friend of mine by accident about this particular technology, which is called the Energy Enhancement System. And when I found out, I looked at all the information straight away. In one night, I couldn't believe something like this existed. But there was no system or centers in Ireland or neither in the UK at that time. So within 24 hours, I booked the flight and I landed last year on the 12th of May. I landed in Israel just to go and check the technology. I was prepared to go that far to turn my energy around, because everything is energy, I feel. And I wanted to see for myself, not relying on anybody else's opinion, but form my own opinion. So I tested the technology. When I was coming back, I didn't feel anything. But finally, when I came back on a Friday, we had our competitive matching in Kildare on a Sunday. And as usual, our backs are against the wall and we're going to lose another match. And not only my team, but also the opposition have all agreed in a way mentally that this team from Trollstown Cricket Club going to lose the match. And my turn comes in, I'm batting, I go there. And what I witnessed that day, not only myself, but also the opposition, but also my own fellow players, is something remarkable, because it was a very hot day, 25 degrees, 30 degrees temperature. All my clothes were wet. And I knew, look, I'm just going to go for 2 minutes, go in, come out, so we can go home. But when I was there, I started to realize how I was hitting the ball and how far I was hitting the ball and how my energy levels should have given up. Because another thing is, when I was always running and sprinting, I was always out of breath. So certainly started to see the stars, because you can't push yourself mentally, physically anymore. So that day when I was able to do all that, I was thinking, I said, why I'm not giving up? It was a natural thing that was happening mentally and physically. And it's not that I wasn't getting out of breath. I was getting out of breath, but the recovery was so incredibly fast that it happened so quickly, the recovery, that every time I was out of breath. And certainly when I stopped running, certainly it disappeared. And same thing when I'm hitting the shot so far, so long, it's like a baseball game. You're trying to hit so far with your power, and I'm checking my legs and I'm checking my arms. I said, I don't know what's going on, you know. So not only I was surprised, but so was everybody else in that team, with my team, for my team. Just everybody was standing there looking in awe. What happened to this guy? And just, and I never looked back. And suddenly I realized, oh my God, that is the power. What I witnessed when I was in Israel, testing and checking this technology for myself, without any opinion from anybody else. That's how I'm sitting here today to talk about it, what happened and how it all happened. And I couldn't have been more proud of myself and my team and for my club.